Hey guys, let's get more news about Steelers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Former Pittsburgh Steelers first-round pick lands high school head coach job. Former Pittsburgh Steelers first-round pick Jarvis Jones has been named the head coach of his alma mater, Carver Columbus High School in Columbus, Georgia. Jones became a standout recruit before heading to USC and later, the University of Georgia at the high school, graduating in 2009. Jones returned to Georgia in 2019 and graduated with his degree following the end of his NFL career. After graduating, Jones was the assistant outside linebackers coach for Georgia under Kirby Smart and now will have a chance to make an impact at the high school level. Jones won 2 national championships as a coach on the Bulldogs staff. Jones became one of the best pass rushers in college football while playing for the Bulldogs. He was named a 2-time All-American, earning the SEC Defensive Player of the Year and Butkus Awards in 2012 with 14.5 sacks. That production put him on NFL radars. The Steelers drafted him in the first round of the 2013 NFL Draft to carry on the lineage of great pass rushers. He was expected to be a top 10 pick heading into the process but fell to number 17 after poor testing numbers. Jones flamed out with the Steelers, playing 4 years and having his 5th-year option decline. He eventually signed with the Arizona Cardinals and was released in 2017. After that, Jones transitioned into coaching. Kirk Cousins could still be traded. Cousins continues to be all over trade rumors deep into May, and the one team that seems to be in that is the Steelers. Rodgers has still not made a decision on his future and the Steelers might need to pull that plug and go for Cousins. Cousins has been looking for a place to start and be the go-to guy, rather than the backup to a young quarterback, and the time and place might be coming soon. The Steelers are still on the Rodgers train for the time being, but it could not last that long. The Falcons have their quarterback, and they have Easton Stick as another backup along with Cousins at the moment. Cousins does not want to be the backup and believes he can still lead a team to the playoffs. Cousins signed the massive 4-year $180 million deal before the 2024 season, and he is owed $45 million in guaranteed money that the Falcons would hope that a team would take on at least $20 million of it. The Steelers were one of the teams along with the Vikings that were willing to pay at least $10 million of that guaranteed salary. Cousins is coming off his worst season as a pro where he would be benched for the rookie Michael Penix Jr. He is one of the highest paid players in all of football and would like to play for that contract. The Falcons still have a ton of decisions to make regarding Cousins and his contract and are hoping the Steelers can pull the trigger soon. Tim Benz, Aaron Rodgers' situation is now more about saving face for Steelers than it is the football calendar. I want to thank Pro Football Talk's Mike Florio. He sat through an entire 3-hour appearance by Aaron Rodgers on Joe Rogan's podcast and took notes. So we don't have to. I don't always agree with Florio's opinions or presentation. But that's doing God's work, my friends. Thanks, Mike. Furthermore, Florio endured all that to hear absolutely nothing about Rodgers' looming football decision. According to Florio's post, the only hint Rodgers gave about his on-field future was that he is thinking about getting out of California and that a number of people in his life are battling cancer. Perhaps those are the personal issues Rodgers was referring to on the Pat McAfee show last month that have prevented him from committing to playing football in 2025. Presumably for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, Art Rooney too spoke to ESPN.com's Jeremy Fowler about the ongoing wait for a decision from Rodgers this week at the NFL's owners' meetings. Back on April 1, the Steelers president stated the team would wait not forever, but a little while longer for Rodgers to make up his mind. When Fowler asked for an update, Rooney too said, "A little while longer." I'll say the same thing, free agency opened in early March. We're now at Memorial Day weekend. It's already been more than a little while. So what is Rooney's definition of a little while longer now? Organized team activities next week? Minicamp in early June? Training camp in July? Actually, forget I asked. It doesn't matter anymore, does it? At this point, acquiring Rodgers whenever the Steelers acquire him is no longer about the football calendar. Whenever Rodgers gets here, if he comes at all, the offense with him will be behind. Now it's just a matter of how much and how quickly he can catch up. The Steelers can't get back the time they spent wondering about Rodgers during free agency. They can't reevaluate the what-if scenarios from the draft. Maybe they wouldn't have done anything differently. The Steelers may well have taken Derek Harmon in the first round, even if they had found out that Rodgers was going to retire. Maybe Jackson Dart still winds up a Giant and Shedeur Sanders still waits until Saturday before he is drafted. It's entirely possible they still don't pursue Sam Darnold, and Justin Fields and Russell Wilson still wind up in New York anyway. It could have been Mason Rudolph's job to lose in Pittsburgh, regardless. Whatever. I'm sick of the hypotheticals at this point. Let's just be blunt. What this story is about now is simply the Steelers saving face. The Steelers have allowed Rodgers to drag out this process this long. Whatever difference in the standings he makes won't be close to the difference in perception that will exist if he doesn't sign. Right now, nationally, the Steelers look like they are being played. If Rodgers signs eventually, it can at least be characterized as a meandering means to an end, and nothing worse. Then, if Rodgers succeeds or fails, it simply becomes a football decision that pays off or doesn't. If he doesn't sign, though, then the once proud Steelers franchise looks like nothing but a bunch of chumps. That goes for Rooney, Mike Tomlin, Omar Khan, and the logo itself. Even if nothing would have changed on the QB depth chart if Rodgers had never been part of the conversation, that doesn't matter. The narrative will be that Tomlin, Rooney, and Khan had all their eggs in Aaron Rodgers' basket. And they walked away with egg on their faces instead.